Hey guys, it's Trip with IFT, and today we're tackling what is a digital community. All right, whether you're a creator that's been doing this for years or you're just starting out, we want to help you understand what a community is and then help you learn how to grow and automate and really get engaged with that community, because that community is the backbone of your business. So IF stands for if this, then that. We're an automation platform, and honestly, you can do so much with IFT, but we've found that our users are using IFT to engage, grow, and really interact with their communities. That is anyone from the Twitch streamer using IFT to, promote their latest live stream to their Discord community, or the YouTuber using IFT to really share every new video to their Facebook group. This is a new series, and we're really just going to dive into the concept of what is a digital community, how do you create one, and then how do you grow it in 2024. So thanks for joining us. If you haven't subscribed, please like and subscribe, and then just kind of, interact, jump into the comments. We'd love to hear from you. If you have a really cool applet that you're using, share that in the comments. We'd love to, just see what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. It helps us understand how can we build this product to better benefit you as the creator, the new startup creator. So what is a digital community? Just like it, 100 years ago, people would go hang out by the watering hole, build relationships, engage with their local physical community. Digital communities are now that same thing online, right? So if you are really into 1967 Mustangs, there is a digital community right now that you can go interact with and build relationships with, and then just talk about your favorite thing, right? We'll spin that around for when you're a digital creator. So just like Ali Abdaal, he's got millions of subscribers on YouTube, but then he also has a community that really interacts and shares their favorite productivity methods. And that's the concept that he's really focused in on. It's productivity. And now he's got a community of people that love to talk about that beyond that. And so you can find digital communities on Discord, Slack. Reddit is a huge space for digital communities. I mean, everyone on there is anonymous, but you basically have a subreddit for every single type of thing you want to talk about, right? And then Facebook groups is another huge one. But if you are a creator of any kind, so if you're an Instagram influencer, if you're a Twitch streamer, a YouTuber, first step is to create content. Step 2 is to create community. And you want to share your content with that community as often as possible. A lot of times, if you're a creator, you're kind of battling the algorithm. You want, every time you publish something, it kind of goes out into the ether and it's gone, right? Like, you have no control over it. But if you've built your community and you have that, set of 20 people or 200 people that just really love your stuff, then it's so much easier to share that content with that audience and really start resonating and building that, those 1,000 raving fans that you really want to build. Now, let's talk about the characteristics of a strong community. I mean, when I hear of the word community, it's kind of it's just this buzzword. What does it actually mean? The concept of community means there are shared values and interests that the community holds, and that kind of glues that community together. There's a guy named Greg Eisenberg. He is the founder of Late Checkout, and he's basically the world thought leader on community. He has built this 5-step framework that kind of tells you as a creator, how well is your community doing. It's called the Tribe framework, and it stands for, TRIBE. And that means togetherness, rituals, identity, belonging, and engagement. So togetherness, how does that community feel? Do you feel like there is togetherness? Do you feel kind of like a lone user just peering in on this Reddit forum, right? Are you actually interacting? Is the group actually talking back and forth? Are they communicating every single day, or is it once a month, right? Rituals means that the community does something every single day. A lot of times with like YouTube, or if you're building like a newsletter community off of like Beehive or Substack, the ritual is I send this every single Friday and my community receives it every single Friday, and they are looking forward to receiving that every single Friday. Identity, really the identity piece is like what sets myself apart, right, in this community. So Colin and Samir, they're YouTubers. They have also talked a lot about community and like building that community. They have the community called, I think it's called Publish Press. All right. And they've produced a lot of swag for that set of community. You can go and purchase that community. And so if you're walking down the street and you see someone else wearing this Colin Samir Press Publish swag, then there's a sense of identity there, right? Like you and this other user have this weird hidden like self-identity that is together, right? Like you both like the same concept, but the same thing if you're a sports fan and you're wearing your favorite, NFL team jersey, there's an identity there and there's a community there. You both like the same thing, right? Belonging is this sense of being welcomed and wanting to be there. All right. And like whenever you're in the community and you're interacting, you're not getting pushed away. There's no like cliques inside of the community. Like everyone welcomes everybody, but a lot of that means that your community itself is very welcoming. So as a content creator and you're creating and managing these communities, you kind of want to build that into the ethos, because your community won't grow if no one feels welcome when they first get there. And then engagement, this is the final step of the tribe framework. And what that means is you want people to be engaging every single day. So if you're the only person in your community creating content and sharing it, and you're basically doing it as like another social network just to get likes on your post, that is not a good community. It's when the community that you've started can grow without you being in there, right? There's so much engagement, there's so much back and forth talking happening, that is when the community is healthy and growing, is when you don't have to post in there every single day and people are still posting, right? It's like every couple hours someone's sharing something else. So let's look at some examples of successful community building. One community that I'm a part of, and I think it's just because I entered the internet at the right time, is called The Hustle. There's a guy named Sam Parr. He is now a podcast celebrity, but back in 2015, 2016, he created this email newsletter called The Hustle. All right. And if you were, in your mid 20s and into tech at the time, you were a subscriber on The Hustle. And he built it up to 2 million subscribers, and he actually built a business on it. So they sold ads. There was a Facebook group of people. That's kind of where the community existed. And I think at one time there was, 10 to 20,000 people in this community, and everyone was young, entrepreneurial minded, and they all, could talk about like the content that they were receiving in that Hustle newsletter every single day, or they can also talk about the businesses that they're building, what troubles they're having as an entrepreneur or a small business owner. And that's what I would say is the community. Like Sam Parr probably, created the Facebook group originally, but he wasn't in it. He wasn't talking every single day. The community just interacted and engaged without him, and has now grown and moved on by itself. And I think Sam sold that business a couple years ago to HubSpot. So now HubSpot manages everything. But that was a really cool, just success story in community building. And no, he wasn't a YouTuber. Like now I think he's doing a YouTube show with his podcast, but it was built on the back of an email newsletter. Same thing is Lenny's newsletter. He is a product manager. And I think now he, through that he sells courses, and that's another revenue stream for him. But he basically built a community of other product managers. And yes, Lenny can share like frameworks and concepts of product managing that he's learned in his professional career, but that community itself has grown beyond him. And now everyone, it's like if you're a product manager and you're trying to learn how to be the best product manager for yourself, you go to that community and that's where you interact with everyone. Another one I'm a part of is called Superpath. I run the content for IFT, and Superpath is a Slack community for content marketing managers. And so that's a perfect community for me to go interact with other people in my profession, but then also learn a little bit more about how I can do my job better. To sum it up, as a creator, it is imperative for you to create community as well. You're not only just creating content, but you want to build the audience that you're creating that content for. And it could be on Slack. It could be on a Facebook group. You could build community in the comment section of your YouTube videos too. But the best thing that you can do if you want to build this into a full business is to create a third-party resource where your audience can interact and grow and engage with each other. That's just going to help your business in the long run. And at IFT, we're here to help you automate that. So like and subscribe. Thanks again for joining us today. Keep watching and keep your eyes out for our next videos. We're really going to tackle this concept of community building, and then we're going to show you how to automate it with IFT. Thanks, guys.